Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to the ACL CoD League playoffs. This is loser bracket round one. It's Plantronics.Mindfreak taking on Uproar.iGnitionZ. In this one, these teams are fighting for survival. They're in the loser bracket. They've lost one series, one more. We'll see them knocked out of the competition. Right here, we do have the squads of Mindfreak and Ignition taking on each other once again. It is in Hardpoint Compound, one of the newest maps in the rotation. Of course, only been in the rotation for a couple of weeks. Players, once again, as we saw on Drift, not too familiar on how to play these new maps. Maybe not have scrimmed them so much. Blah, 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 blah. We have 15-4 so far as this current score. It is Mindfreak in the lead so far. So right here we do have, of course, the squad of IG also trying to come back and forth between the two. But we have, we have Hydra being able to take down Buzzard and the Shocks, then also falling through from Hysteria, also being able to take a double kill there on Fighter. Fighter takes down his Hydra before he falls, and Backbeck takes down Dez. Buzzard will take down Hysteria, and I'm on board with Backbeck because he's ready to try and set up here, to try and support his team setting up over on for this next hard point. Of course, as you can see there, just in that bottom left corner of the map, it is going to be Mindfreak currently sitting in this one, but Fighter is going to be the one actually in the hard point itself, and he is waiting for I was going to say for him to pick up some kills, but it does seem like he's going to be taken down. That is okay though, because we have the squad of IG looking to push on through into this hard point itself, trying to contest this one. It is going to be Back right now in this hard point itself, and you do see him trying to just pick off the kill there on one. Of course, Dens is going to get taken down as a result of that. Two players left up from either team right here, as you do have the other guys from IG trying to just extend their lead here in this game so far. Right now, I am looking at the guys from Mindfreak to try and set up here on this next map, and you can see them trying to do so already. Nades coming out galore here as Hydra is just biding his time, waiting for these players to just go out to contest. You just see three players from Mindfreak just jump straight back out to try and contest. Of course, this hardpoint is located in that top right section of the map, and of course, providing a little bit of cover for themselves as well. They got a couple of walls, they got a roof to try and support them as well. They've got only two entrances to really need to worry about, but as of that, they also need to be kept worried because it's sort of a little bit of a nade hazard, as we do see a lot of players liking to rock with a lot of grenades in their pockets. So they definitely need to be cautious of that. Either way, we're going to be having the shots coming out. Mindfreak getting control of this one, being able to catch back up over on the scoreboard is 2 points of difference. Now should be tied back up, and now Mindfreak with the lead. Of course, nearly 3 minutes into this game so far. We do have Buzzard and Dens holding this hard point itself. 16 seconds still remaining in this one. At the same time, we do have the other guys from the guys from Mindfreak trying to hold it, but it is IG who go forth with that successful attempt and successful assault, I guess is the word I'm looking for, into the actual hard point itself. Of course, with that scrap time, they're able to close back up the gap with a 2-point difference, but off this next hard point, Mindfreak have this for themselves. Rather, I say Mindfreak, but it is just Shocks who was holding that one by himself, as all of his three other teammates got taken down there in a little bit of a grenade frenzy right here from them. On board with the stereo right here, he's able to pick off one kill before he drops, so I was going to swap into a back a bit, but he dropped before I could do so. Hydra over on the flank will take down Buzzin. Hydra and Killerpie picking off kills there in that contest. We do have the squad of IG taking the lead once again. It is a 7-point game so far as the hard point gets contested. 2 players down from IG, make that 3 back-to-back. Going to be the last one alive. He has 3 players from MF to deal with. He'll get taken down as well. Denzen Fighter in this hard point. You notice he needs to be careful from that bottom entrance point, as well as the 2 other paths leading towards that actual hard point itself. So you have those multiple different ways of trying to get in there, and you see it's so contested right here from these hard points that these players are really struggling to find out which way they really want to be circling for, because there's players coming from every single direction. As you see right here, 85 points to 88. Mindfreak looking to tie up the scoreline once again, which they do, take the lead, which they do, and continue that forward, which it might not be the case as I say that, because Backbeck is going to be looking to push on forward with the squad of IG to try and contest with on now. Now we're edging towards closer a little bit of that halfway point, but I just want to know, Mindfreak the first team to reach the triple digit mark, that 100-point barrier. They're out of the 2 teams so far in this hard point on compound. It is 5.5 minutes, of course, still on the clock. 30 seconds still remaining in the hard point itself. You do see Fighter and Shocks just circling here in this actual hard point itself, just looking for these kills. Circling, the ASM1 is out, ready to try and get some kills, as well as the Bow, and they're just really circling for these kills. And I mean, they're picking off the kills. They're circling. They're literally putting IG in their traps right now. You know how you have a mouse trap that catches all the mice everywhere across your house, or or whatever place you want to set it towards. That's what they're doing. They're baiting them towards specific areas to just trap them, kill them, and be able to get those points as much as they needed to. I mean, you got 125 to 88 to be in that scoreline, of course, from such a close scoreline that was always ranging between a couple of points, maybe a dozen at max. It has now increased to be this much of a difference off the initial spawn as well. You got Mindfreak having the control of this one for a little bit, I guess, of this one, as Dead's, as his teammates drop, will need to go back into that control. He will be able to just go back in that one as he picks up some kills. Remember, this initial hardpoint location is very in the open. I mean, it's got a couple of covers there using it as the containers, but it's so open from all the sides of the map that you do need to rely on your teammates to have all those angles covered. Now, it does seem like Mindfreak have this one, because when one player drops, there's another one there to try and contest that one, or just get the points for themselves. And you can see they're represented with that lead that they do have 148 points and counting to 90. So right now, they do have a 60-point lead with 12 seconds remaining in this hardpoint itself. 4 minutes remaining in the overall game itself. Players will be rotating over into this next hardpoint location. You can see that being reflected with 3 seconds to go. And on the minimap, players just trying to set up here over onto this bottom left side of the map, where it is going to be back waiting for the other players of Mindfreak to try and pounce possibly. Moving forward, you're going to have Hydra getting taken down there by one. Of course, he was able to take down one before he fell, but Mindfreak going to be taking all 4 players from IG down to the depths of hell right here, as you do have that scoreline 170 to 95, 3.5 minutes remaining. One player left up from IG. That's going to be Hysteria, who enters into that hard point before getting brutally taken down right here. It is Mindfreak extending this lead. Now, I don't know what's kicked them into overdrive right here, but whatever it is, seems to be working a treat because of the scoreline that they currently find themselves in. Now, you can put that to blame a little bit by the fact that that they possibly just could not, it's a new map. They might not know it as well as others. Of course, the teams have been informed of the map rotation since yesterday afternoon. So they have had a little bit of time to maybe prep that one in some scrims or whatnot if they've wanted to. But right here, you are going to be having the guys from Mindfreak just constantly setting up on these next hard points, getting those points, getting that lead. There's still 2 minutes 45 though, and that is enough time for IG to strike back, to answer back, to get points back, and to be able to catch back in the overall map so far. Of course, it is still only map number 1 in the overall series as well, but you never want to lose any maps, let alone lose a lead overall in the series there as well. So remember, this is an elimination round. This is losers bracket round 1 between these two teams. Both teams faced losses over in the winners bracket. Of course, Mindfreak losing 3-1 there to Skyfire, and IGnitionZ losing 3-0 there to IN, as you saw in that previous match as well. Both coming off tough losses, but both looking to make something, looking to prove something here in this game, I guess would be the best way to put it. But still 2 minutes remaining, 223 points and counting, as Fighter is going to be watching through this bottom half of things. Buzzin will be there up the, I was going to say up the top, it seems, off that scrap time, but off this next hard point, it is IG who are there, ready and waiting to be getting some points on the board. And of course, there is 100 seconds still remaining in this game to be put on either of these two teams' side. Of course, only 21 seconds needed for Mindfreak to be able to take out the map from a mathematical point as well. So, could be something that you want to put back up as well, as they they just continue on with a little bit of an onslaught. Moving on 4, you got Fighter getting taken down as well. Buzzin's going to be trying to get a couple of shots in. No, he's going to drop. No, he's actually going to be able to take it. There we go. He's going to drop now as well, as Denz will be able to take down one before falling. Hysteria is going to be there to die, it seems, as Shocks will be there to try and get some points. He's going to be able to take down 1 kill as well. He's going to be contested by a second. Needs to go for a reload. Nade's coming in as well. He's going to get taken down there by the grenade, but Denz is there to try and secure the last remaining points that they need. And there we go, 250 points to 130. Either way, it was at that point where it was mathematically impossible, but they were able to take down the overall victory there. And of course, they're going to be able to take down the lead with quite a good scoreline for themselves. I mean, 250 points to 130 is quite a good lead, if I do say so myself. Either way, that is only map 1, and you've got to keep in mind that was map 1 in a map that they might not be too comfortable in here, IG, so you can't rule that one out either way. We're going to go to a search and destroy next for map number 2. We'll take a quick break as a result, and we'll be back soon with some search and destroy action.